Alright guys, I'm going to do a quick walk around of this 81 CJ7. First I'll start off by saying all the lights do work, including the aftermarket lights. It's got the cool custom bumpers, receiver hitch in the front and the rear. Guys, this tub is in pretty good shape. I mean, it's not perfect. There's it's been done for a long time. There's like, actually the usual spots are in excellent shape. There was a little bit of something going on right here on this fender if you look close, and then on this fender, but kind of hard to see honestly. But just so you're aware, this thing has 5 almost brand new tires. The spare is brand new. The stainless is in very nice shape. The mirrors are clear. The top plastic is clear. This guy was letting his 19-year-old daughter drive this around to work and in traffic and using it, truly using it. So it's not just for looks. Whoever thought the bumpers through, they're pretty cool, because the front bumper actually has a built-in skid plate for the steering box and things. Pretty neat. These are kind of tough to find, that all the gauges work on, and all the gauges work on it. I mean, I'd say 7 out of 10 the gas gauge don't work, and guys put new units, they're always run into issues with them. But it's a very functional, truly drivable Jeep. The older I get, the more I don't mind driving around in more of a stock Jeep, because I'm getting, honestly, that big white one we just had, it awesome, way my style, but just honestly getting kind of tough. I believe this is a true Laredo, and I say that it has the grab bar, has the tack, has the clock works. It's cool that they didn't cut the dash up. We've got some gear in here because we're driving this thing around this week. CD player in a locking box. CB works in a locking box. The glove box has it's not just your cheesy type of locking glove box. It actually has a nice, much thicker setup, locking aftermarket. Like the roll bar. There's no back seat. These are aftermarket seats. They actually adjust both ways and function properly like they're supposed to. Just a super good drivable Jeep, and I can drive a stick better, and the tub is in amazing shape. We'll get to that. The floors are excellent. The rear floor, excellent. I'll see if I can see the frame in there. The frame is in awesome shape. If you wanted a Jeep to truly drive and to keep, this Jeep's a keeper. If you wanted it a couple inches bigger, make it a couple inches bigger. I've looked at a half a dozen Jeeps in the last 30 days, and I've seen some of the... I rarely will buy a Jeep with a frame patch on it, but if it's done, and it's been done truly well, very well, I might consider it if the rest of the Jeep is worth it. This Jeep, the frame is amazing. The tub is amazing. The floors, I'll show you what I was talking about. On this particular front bumper setup, it's cool. It's got that little setup where it actually protects the steering box. You're not gonna find a truly daily drivable, much better Jeep than this. Power steering, power disc brakes. It actually still has the cats on it. New Optima battery, new carburetor. They redid the brake booster with the upgraded master cylinder and everything like that. The steering shaft and components have been replaced. They hooked the lights up correctly. The only thing this thing really needs in the engine bay is a set of cool valve covers, or to paint those valve covers, which I may get to, I may not. But this thing, the guy who had it was a little bit older guy with 2, teenage and early 20s daughters, and he let her drive it almost daily. Like I said, it's not perfect, but it's very, very nice. And as far as driving, you're not going to find a better driving one. I'll see if I can get a... It's dirty, like I told you, because we've been driving it. And like I said, it's not The frame is beautiful. There's a couple of spots on the floor that are so minor that you know, I don't believe anybody would do anything with them. I don't believe you'd replace them or anything like that. They're very superficial. But the mounting, the body mounts, and the areas that are notorious for rotting out are in excellent shape. But I just wanted to do a quick walk around. The driver's seat has some wear on it, right here, and a little bit right here. The rest of the seat is in great shape. You know, these actually have the adjustment on the back and everything. All the lights are wired up properly with the proper stuff for that. I'll try to get, I'm not going to pull that rubber mat out, but you can see the rear floor is in great shape, and it's in great shape at the back too. But if you're looking for a cool, drivable Jeep, and even if you wanted a little bigger one, I think what's available out there, versus buying this one and actually lifting it a little more if you wanted it, I'm totally okay with it. And I've actually had some non-lifted Jeep Scouts that actually had, you know, the factory size tires on them, you know, 235/65s that didn't steer well because they just didn't. The sun's killing me here, but anyways, that's like I said, I haven't detailed it because I'm actually using it, but just a nice example. And like I said, there's a little crustiness on the bottom of the floors in some spots, but I don't, like I said, I don't think, I'm 50 and I don't think in my lifetime anybody's going to have to mess with it. The rest of the body, I don't, you know, a lot of times I'll fix a spot or two, or I'll fix a spot and paint something. I don't think I would do anything to this one other than drive it. It just doesn't warrant it. But all the mirrors are clean and clear. You know, a lot of guys claim these are daily drivable, and they're missing mirrors. They have no mirrors. You know, the top windows are all foggy and nasty. The heat doesn't work. The defrost doesn't work. Lights and blinkers don't work. Everything works on this Jeep. So the one thing I did not test, I guess I can test real quick. I did not test the horn, which it works. Anyways, yeah, just, I mean, as far, if you're wanting a Jeep that you could just maybe change a little bit, you know, if you wanted to change the seats. Now, here's the deal. If somebody wants to give me what I'm going to ask for this, I'll buck up and give up. I've got 2 black buckets that are that have CJ like in them, you know, and I've got a perfect black back seat that I would give up if somebody wants to pay extra for them. Now here's the thing: you can buy you buy back seats for a couple $100. You can buy a great one, plop it in there, you're done. You know that the floor's not modified, the holes aren't welded up or nothing. All the mounting is there. So if you just want to buy a gray back seat and throw it in there, it'd be cheaper than buying my 3 seats from me and changing them all out. But there you go, 1981 CJ7 304 V8 automatic, power steering, power brakes, new tires. And I don't know, you know, if you're a real 4-wheel drive guy or not, and you've got some age on you. I'm old, so I don't care what anybody says. I've had every tire on this planet known to man, and the traditional BF Goodrich all-terrain TA, hands down, is the best tire in the snow I have ever owned on any type of lifted 4-wheel drive or Jeep or Scout or anything. And I've had, like I said, every single tire, every swamper, every type of tire you can imagine, mud tire, different brands of tires, and this has always been the best. It's not the greatest mud tire. They're good in the mud, but it's definitely not the greatest mud tire. But if you want a rain, snow driver tire that's not real loud, that tire to me has always been excellent. But there you go, 81 CJ7. I'll put a price in the still ad when I put it on. Thanks.